Hi everyone, it's Vela from Online Combat Battalion with another Arma 3 editor tutorial. This one will show you how to place teleporters on the map in a couple of different ways. You can use flags, as I have here, to teleport to another flag over there. So let's get straight into it. Playable unit as always, and I've just placed a flagpole. Inside the flagpole, if we open it up, I've placed this code. So call this add action, which adds an add action to the flagpole. And you'll see the action as teleport to main airfield, and then a script call to a marker called air. So in the map view, you'll see I've placed the flagpole, and over here I've placed another flagpole and a marker that is just called air. To get the marker, you just go to markers, down to system, and then select empty. You'll then need to double click to open it up and change the variable name of the marker to reference the variable name listed in the code, which is air. I also have a marker here called HQ, and that references the code in the flagpole here as HQ. So at this flagpole, you'll have a call, this add action, teleport to HQ, and then a script call to the marker HQ. And I will show you how that works. So here I'm at the headquarters, and you'll see I have an add action on the flagpole to teleport to main airfield. So there we go. I've teleported to the marker air that had been placed down, and here's the flagpole with an add action to teleport to HQ. And here I am back at headquarters. That's as simple as that. I'll show you the codes and I'll show you the script. I'll also be making this as a downloadable mission for you, so you can grab this, open it in the editor, and play around with it as you see fit. Let's go through some details. Okay, so here are the codes that you can use for the teleport. Now I've increased the text size, you can see them quite easily. So call this add action, teleport to main airfield, and then the script call, and then you'll see I have markers air and teleport to SMR ranges, SMR. So you can put whatever text you want into the text that will appear in the add action, and wherever you want them to go, HQ, rifle, practice range, practice 2, 40mm range, etc., etc. So you can use these lines individually, or you can actually have all of these lines on the same flagpole, so you've got a stack of different options. The only thing you need to do is to remove all the spaces, as I'm doing now, and at the very last line you must put one of these parentheses. Okay, if you leave that off, none of this will work. If you're just wanting to use individual lines, then you would put the parentheses at the end of that line. If you wanted to use two of these in the same flagpole, you would put the parentheses at the end of the second line. What I'll do is I will now take out that bracket and I'll leave it at the end there, and I'll copy all of this and I'll paste it into the flagpole to show you what that looks like. So here I am again back in the flagpole at the main headquarters. Now I'm going to just highlight that and paste the whole script in there, and you'll see it goes quite long. And now I'll show you what that looks like when we're in the game for the add actions. Now you'll see that when I look at the flagpole, I have one add action appear, and then I can scroll through to the teleport to main airfield, SMR range, training HQ, advanced range, practice range 1, 2, 40 mil range, ASLAV range, field defense, tank defense, blah, 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 blah. So you've got a whole stack of different places you can teleport to, and that's all in the one. Provided you have markers down on the map, you will be able to teleport to those locations. So that's the first method. I will include this as a downloadable mission, including a text file, which is all the codes, and in addition, we'll have a quick look, which will also be included at the SQF script. Now, obviously, for this to work, you need to have saved it as a mission. So we just go to Save As, and then you can save it as whatever name you like. Then we're going to go and open the scenario folder by going up to scenario and down to open scenario folder. So in the downloadable mission, you will find inside the scenario folder, which I've just called teleport, and it's got Altus, which is the name of the map, mission SQM, which you don't need to play with at all. And then I've created a folder called scripts. And inside that we have the teleport SQF. And this basically enables the teleports to work. You don't need at all to do anything other than put this script into a folder called scripts inside your mission directory. There's nothing else you need to do. If you play with it, you might break it. So it's probably best just to leave it alone. The next method of teleporting I'm going to show you is using a mod called Hypoxic teleporters, which is pretty cool, pretty useful, has some limitations, but it's pretty easy to use. So all I've done is place down a teleporters module, and you can get that by going to Systems, down to Scenario Flow and Teleporters. Okay, so that's how you place the module, just in the editor. There is no need to place any more than one. You just place one of these modules. Okay, do not place more than one, because then you're going to have issues. And all I've done is I've synced that module to 3 flags. One here, it's a blue flag, one a red flag, and a white flag over here. And that is really all you need to do. There's nothing else. So I'll show you how that works. So heading up to this flag, and I now have an add action to open teleporter console. You'll get a bit of a fade out, and then we have 3 locations that we can go to. Let's go to this one, which is a grid 146166, and confirm. Again, we'll get a fade out, and it will reappear in map view. And we've now gone from the blue flag, which is over there, to the white flag. The only limitation with this is you have to then get back out of map view, and you can't name the flags as locations. They only come up as grids. I have attempted to add variable names as well as role names to these flags to give you an idea of where you are going to, but it doesn't seem to do that. It is a cool little mod if you're after some quick teleporters for a mission, and you can spread them out and add as many objects as you want. You don't have to use flagpoles. You can use any object as a teleporter, provided it's stationary, I believe. So now I'll move on to show you another method. Here's another little one I found on the workshop. And by the way, if you are looking for teleporters, have a look on the workshop and just type the word teleport. There are tons in there, all different sorts of teleport scripts and teleport compositions. This one is a composition by Christian1412, and it's to simulate kind of like an elevator sort of system. So what I'll do is I'll show you how this works. You just the composition after you've downloaded it, type in teleport or tele, and you will find, hang on, I'll just shorten that up. Tools, elevator, teleport. It's designed to kind of simulate an elevator. And one thing I've noticed when you put the composition down is it kind of makes those flat, so I'm just going to make those like that. Obviously, this is great to put into a building if you're wanting to move from one floor to another, because you could essentially put one of these on another floor, and I'll show you how that works. But you can place. So here we go into the teleport area, and I'm going to select from the tablet, move location. It will then close the door, and we will shortly appear over in that location there. So if you wanted to simulate an elevator in a building, this would be a pretty good system to use. And here we are at the next location. That's where we just were. The gate slides open, and here we go. And this is obviously repeatable, so you can do this as many times as you like. We're going to move location. The door will close, and then we will reappear back over at that location. Seems like about maybe 6 or 7 seconds later. Maybe 10 seconds, and here we are. And that's where we just were. So that's 3 methods you can use to do the teleports. As I said, I'll make this a downloadable mission. I'm not going to leave these compositions in because you will need to download those from the workshop, as well as Hypoxic's teleporters. I will put the links for the workshop versions in the description below. Remember to have a look at those codes. Remember how to use them if you want to use multiple. And if you've got any questions specific to this tutorial, please ask in the comment section below, and I'll get to them when I can. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your support. Take care of each other, and I'll see you in the next one.